Hey everyone! So in today's video, I'm doing something that I've needed to do for a while and I have to do before I start my seeds, which is basically going through my entire seed inventory and organizing it. So like I said, it's something that I know I've needed to do, and what's finally motivated me to get to it is that this weekend there's actually a local seed swap happening in Chicago. Now, I've never been to a seed swap before. I've also never been to a plant swap, so I am very excited because there are definitely some seeds that I need to get rid of, things that I grew last year that I know I'm not going to be growing this year. Other things I need to do with my seed inventory is I'm pretty sure I have some empty seed packets here, so I need to get rid of those. I also think I have some seeds that are a few years old that I need to get rid of because they didn't germinate very well. So I'm going to go through that. I also just kind of made a mess when I was taking off my seeds and spilled some on the table. So I also need to figure out which seeds I spilled because I had a whole bundle of packets in my hand at the time. Actually, let me bring you over to the table and show you kind of the mess that I have right now. So this is what I'm looking at. Here are the seeds I spilled, and it's from one of these, so I have to figure out which one. I have a box of seeds here, I have some seeds here, new seeds here, seeds here, seeds here. I'll go over the new ones that I got as well so I can show you what I picked up. But yeah, there's not a ton of seeds because, you know, I only have an 18 by 19 foot deck to grow on, so it's not like I can start a lot, but it has been getting disorganized. So I'm excited to start cleaning this up. Now, I also don't have any sort of great organization system. Last year, like I think I mentioned in another one of my videos, was the first year that I started actually buying seeds online. So I hadn't had that many seeds in the past. So basically what I'm working with is some rubber bands, empty plant containers, and boxes as far as storing my seeds. That is, though, on my to-do list, kind of not a high priority, but if I see some sort of seed organization kit that I like, I might get it. If there's any that you know of that you really like, let me know. I know some people use like old CD storage cases. So if there is a seed storage system that works for you, let me know so I can make it look a little bit better than it does now. But first things first, so I can kind of get rid and organize the easy things. So this rubber banded pack right here, these should be all of the new Johnny seeds for this year. So all of the seeds I've ordered online previously have been some from Johnny Seed. I actually have another order coming from Baker's Creek, which is my first time, so I'll let you know which ones I get from that as well. But just double checking through here, and yes, so these are all the new Johnny Seed seeds. I know I'm going to be planting them, so there's nothing that I need to go through as far as making sure there's still seeds in the pack, because hopefully they sent them with seeds in the pack. Or if there's any of those I'm going to give away, since obviously I bought those to use for this year. So those are all set. Let me start with, maybe I'll start with the seed packets that I had that I dumped a bunch out of. And it looks like the one I picked up first is where they came from. So these are a China Aster blend that I think I picked up from a local nursery, which is where I got some new seeds for this year. And these did okay last year. I didn't love where I put them. I also didn't make a very good plan. I just kind of threw them in the bed behind the gomphrena. But because they are a later blooming flower, so they bloom later into the season and last a bit longer, I think I am going to keep these and plant them again this year. I'll just come up with a better plan. Another thing for these is that there are multiple colors. So you can see here on the front, there's pinks, purples, and whites. So if you're going for a certain color scheme, it's a bit harder to plan, but for these, I'll probably just throw them in a pot all on their own and see how they do. So these I'm also going to keep, I'm going to stand it upright and remember to staple or paper the clip that closed. Next from last year, I have the Gomphrena Carmine, which I'm 100% keeping. I think gomphrena was one of my top favorite flowers of last year. You'll see the wreath that I made from, oh, I have a ton left, from this variety. So the Carmine is what I made the wreath from. And then I think I went over this in my other video, but I have orange, light pink, purple, and I just ordered from Baker's Creek a red variety. I don't remember the name off the top of my head, but I'll look it up so that I can let you know when I go through the other new seeds that I just got. So Carmine Gomphrena I'm gonna keep. Strawberry Blonde Hybrid Branching Sunflower I'm keeping. Venery's Giant Seed Mix, keeping that. Here are some that I think I'm going to get rid of. So I have two sweet peas that I tried last year, the Elegance Salmon Rose and the Midnight Sweet Pea. It was kind of a corally, pinky color for the Salmon Rose and then a deep purple for Midnight. They were fine. Again, with limited space, I really am more picky about what I want to take time to plant and space to plant in my garden. And the leaves grew really well. I just didn't get a ton of blooms, and the blooms that did grow weren't very scented. So I love the smell of sweet peas, or at least the unnatural fragranted sweet pea like lotion and stuff like that. So I was really excited to have sweet peas growing, and I just never smelled anything really. I didn't get much of a scent from them. So they were fine, but I didn't love them, and because I didn't love them and I just got them last year, so they should still be pretty good, I'm gonna bring these to the seed swap. And I should probably make sure there's enough seeds to be worth swapping. Oh yeah, there's a good amount in there. I think what I might do too is I'll go through the ones I'm gonna take to the seed swap, and I'll write down the number of seeds that are still in the packet just so they have the most updated number and not the 50 that's on the front of these. So these I'll put over here. These are going to go to the seed swap. Next I have a double click bicolor pink Cosmo, and I'm pretty sure this is empty. So Cosmos last year, either one of two things happened, I'm trying to remember. Either when I started them inside, just none of them really took, which is what I think happened. I think just barely any of them sprouted. Or else some of them sprouted and then died later. But I think it was that just they didn't really germinate. So this is empty. Oh, that's my cat. Hello, Penelope. This is empty, so it is going to go in the garbage. So that one, we are all set. Now I'm gonna move on to, I think the vegetables is what's left in my containers. Yep, so those are all the flowers that I had from last year. Now I'm going through fruit and vegetables. Okay, so starting off with the fruit and veg seeds. So first one, the Royal Snap Peas. These were really fun to grow. So they're cool weather crops. So when the rest of the garden is kind of sleeping in the spring or later going into fall, it's nice to have something that's still growing. Also, the pods are purple, so they're just fun to look at in the garden as well. So I'm definitely keeping those. Now, in this container, like I said, I have such a great storage system, but there are a lot in here that I purchased, I think 3 or 4 years ago, and the germination wasn't that great last year, so I'm going to get rid of them. So not take them to the seed swap, I'm just going to get rid of them, toss them out, and if I want to grow any of these crops again this year, I'm just going to get some fresh seeds. So let me take these out and go through them. So first off here, I have broccoli seeds. These I think I got from Home Depot 4 years ago, and they are a container variety. This one I'm gonna say maybe right now, because I think I still got some to germinate last fall. So I'm gonna keep them and see how they do for this spring. This lettuce Little Gem I know is old, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. I also don't think it performed really well last year. The cabbage all season, similar to the little lettuce I've just had for a long time, not great germination. And now I have two very old radishes. These might even be 5 years old, one of the first things I grew. And then I have two new ones that, did I ever open these? I don't think I even opened these last year. So I'm gonna get rid of the old, keep the relatively new ones. And are they actually the same variety? I have Crimson Giant and German Giant, Cherry Belle and Cherry Belle. So 2 of them are giants, 2 of them the exact same variety. So these 2 are going to go as well. All right, so radishes, we're keeping those. Next in my container here, I have my melons. And I know I'm not gonna grow the melons again this year. I know I keep going back and forth, but it's just, I really don't think it's worth it in the garden for how little I get and how much space they take. So I'm going to let them go. First is the hybrid cantaloupe, melon. Those I'm gonna let go. Make sure there's actually seeds in there. What's also nice about Johnny's seed is the saps are resealable. Oh yeah, there's a good amount in there. I'm gonna get rid of cantaloupe. Wait, do I have 2 cantaloupes? Hybrid cantaloupe, Sarah's choice. Hybrid cantaloupe, Hannah's choice. I'm pretty sure I only grew 1 cantaloupe last year. So I need to put these to the side and to unconfuse myself by looking at my orders, but I think I'm gonna get rid of both of those. Hybrid okra, I really liked the okra. It produced a lot. I think we grew 2 plants? 2 or 3, no, I think we had 2. I had so much okra I didn't know what to do with. I actually made an okra smoothie, which was not the worst thing in the world. It kind of just tasted like plant, but I don't recommend it. So okra, I'm going to keep. I need to move my seed swap pile over here so it doesn't get caught up in everything else. The hybrid honeydew melon for the snow leopard, this one is completely empty, so I don't want to take that to the seed swap, so over there in the trash pile. The hybrid watermelon, this was really fun because I really love watermelon, so there's nothing in that one either. I'm still confused why I have 2 cantaloupes. We'll figure it out though. And then I have my rhubarb seeds. So this one, what I think I will do is I might keep some for myself. So I have 2 rhubarb plants that I started last year. And with rhubarb, you don't harvest it right away in the first year. You wait and harvest a little bit the second year, even more the third year. So it is a perennial that keeps coming back. I'm gonna keep a few for myself so that in case they didn't survive over winter out there, I can plant some more. Hopefully they did though, in which case I can give them away. So I think what I'll do is I'll save some of this seed pack for myself in just a Ziploc baggie so that I have them. I will label them so I don't forget what they are. And then I will go ahead and take the rest of these to the seed swap. So that's actually everything that I had in my seed collection. Like I said, I don't have a ton, but it was just getting very disorganized, and as you can see, I had some empty packets. So now what I want to do is go through 4 of the new seeds that I got. So I went to a local nursery, the same place where I got my colorful pots. It's called Chalene Nursery. It's outside of Chicago, I think in Glencoe, Illinois. But I went there, and before I went, I just asked for recommendations on flowers to get on Instagram, and what people recommended, I went ahead and tried to find some of them. There weren't a huge selection of seeds there, so obviously online you can find a lot more stuff, but I did pick up some things that I'm pretty excited about. The first one is not a flower, but it is carrots. So I have never grown carrots before. These are called the Circus tricolor mix, so anything that comes in a variety of colors I really like. So these, like I said, never grown carrots at all before, but I really do enjoy growing root vegetables, so I'm excited to try these out. The next one, I was recommended to pick up some nasturtiums, and I've never grown nasturtiums at all. I got this whirlybird mix here. It's going to be pink and orange colored flowers, so I'm excited about that. I tend to like more of like the warm toned flowers, so I'll be interested to see how these do. So those I got some more sunflowers. So this will now be 1, 2, 3, 4 varieties of sunflowers. So again, need to restrain myself with how many I can plant, but these I'm really excited about, chocolate cherry sunflowers. So I've mentioned, I think in another video, that although I appreciate all yellow sunflowers, I'm more excited by sunflowers that aren't just all yellow. So this is one that I have that is going to be, or at least it looks like it'll be more of a deep maroonish color. So excited about that one as well. And then the last one I picked up was some Morning Glory. This is called the Mailbox Mix. It looks like it's going to be blue and white flowers. Let's see if we can get that to show there. But I've also never grown Morning Glory. Now I do know that you need to keep them contained and away from other things unless you want them to take over, which in a container garden is perfect. But my plan with these is to actually replace where I had the sweet peas growing. So I have 2 window boxes, white plastic window boxes with trellises in them, and the boxes are just on the deck ground. And I had sweet peas growing up them that I said didn't really do much. I removed them and then I replaced them with snap peas, which grew up in the fall, and that was fun to have those on there. But I'm excited to have flowers just kind of covering the trellises on that wall of my garden. So I'm hoping that these do what I think they're going to do in my head. And like I said, they're going to be the only thing planted in the container, so hopefully it's not going to be too crazy, and I'll keep them away from other plants in case they start to kind of trying to grab onto them. I also mentioned that I do have another Gomphrena that I got from Baker's Creek Seeds. I don't have them in the mail yet, but when I was thinking of all the colors that I had, I really wanted to add a red colored variety. So let me actually look up which variety it was. really quick so I can tell you in case you want to order it as well. I think it was called strawberry. Okay, so I pulled out my order from Baker's Creek Seeds, or Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. First time ordering from them, don't have them yet, but they're coming soon. But I got the Strawberry Fields Gomphrena, which is a red color. Like I said, that's something I think I was missing in the variety of colors that I had, and I really want to make a rainbow Gomphrena wreath next year. And then I also got the tall double mix straw flower because I've heard that's really great to dry as well. So you know how much I love drying my flowers. So any that really keep their shape and color, I'm really excited to use. So those two are coming. And then I'm hopefully done buying seeds because again, I don't have enough room for all of them that I have. So now that I've kind of gone through the inventory and I know what's what I'm doing with each, I'm gonna get them a little bit more organized, label the ones that I'm going to take to the seed swap, and then I'll kind of show you the final results. So I figured out the cantaloupe mystery, although I still don't understand what I was thinking, but Sarah's Choice is what I grew last year, and when I placed my flower seed order for this year, I also bought Hannah's Choice cantaloupe, and I have no idea why, because I wasn't planning to grow melons again this year, but now I feel like I have to at least save some of these and try them out somewhere. So maybe I'll have 1 or 2 melon plants. It does say that these are disease resistant, so I don't know, maybe they'll be a little bit easier to grow than the other ones were. So I guess I will be keeping some of the Hannah's cantaloupe. You are not helping with the seed organization process. In fact, I think you were sitting on my phone. We're looking a bit more organized now. Top row here, I have my flower seeds, and then I sorted them into categories because if I like a certain type of flower, I get a lot of that type of flower. So I have my Gomphrena, 4 different varieties. I have my zinnias, which I think I have, 4 different varieties. 4 different varieties of sunflowers, and then my kind of one-off, so the Nasturtium, Morning Glory, Asters. Here I have the fruit and veg that I'm growing again next year, and what I did is because I wanted to split the rhubarb seeds between some for the swap and some for me, I just used one of the empty packets. So this one had in it the Cosmos, and then I just wrote the name. Any of the information as far as growing I can find online from Johnny's Seed. So I have all of my fruit and veg there. I have the snap peas here, and then this is everything that I'm gonna be taking to the seed swap. So yeah, it looks like I could use more seeds actually. Okay, so I think that's everything for this video. It's always nice, especially in the winter when, you know, the garden's kind of asleep for the season, to take the time and go through, get organized, get things cleaned up and cleared out, so that way I know I'm ready to go. I can't believe I'm gonna be starting seeds soon. I'm so excited. I do have to restrain myself so that I don't have to pot up too many, and they're ready to move outside once the weather is warm enough. But that's gonna be everything for this video. Like I mentioned, if you do have any recommendations for seed storage systems, let me know down below. I don't need anything that large. But other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.